Kia ora, diff daff and hello. Welcome to my channel, lovely viewers. My name's Tessa and I'm your Cornish Kiwi Coach. Today I'm going to share why I admire Helen Keller. Now, trying to put myself in Helen's shoes, if I shut my eyes and try and block out all the sounds around me, I feel a world full of darkness and quickly become overwhelmed by vulnerability. At home, I can adapt my immediate surroundings to work for me. I can sense things around me, I can imagine objects in their place, and I can tune into people in close proximity. But as soon as I step outside, the world I approach caters to the majority. So imagine my eyes are shut and I have noise cancellation headphones blocking out the sound. I can imagine I'd feel lost and would need to try and use my other senses to make sense of my surroundings. I know if this was my everyday reality, I'd have to build my mental resilience to stand confidently in an ever-changing world. And I would be challenged beyond anything I've ever experienced before. Yet Helen Keller did this, and she pushed the boundaries for what is perceived as possible. As a toddler, Helen was struck with a disease that took her sight and her hearing. As an adult, Helen became a world-famous author. She advocated for the rights of disabled people, and she became the first person with deafblindness to gain a degree. There is no doubt that Helen had an amazing teacher who was able to work with Helen to nurture, understand, and challenge her to reach her full potential so that she could break through limitations that were placed upon her. To communicate, Helen was taught to understand hand lettering on her palm. She learned to read Braille, and she understood the spoken word through touching the person's lips and interpreting the vibrations. That's pretty amazing, don't you think? If we try to change places with Helen, how easy would it have been to have given up? How far would you have pushed yourself? Now, we may never know, but in those circumstances, when you're forced to live in a world that seems worlds apart from the mainstream, why shouldn't you still have hopes and dreams? Why should you not do things with your life and live the way you want to live? It's wrong of us to make assumptions that just because a person is limited by their surroundings, that they cannot achieve amazing things. They can creatively think outside the box and often have to persevere with where their heart leads them. Which leads me to ask us how much we actually take for granted. To breathe with ease, to walk or do sport, to see the beauty around us, to hear the lyrics of our favourite song. I admire Helen Keller because of her resilience, because she was able to turn her circumstances that quite frankly would have probably felt like complete darkness into lighting the way for others. Helen showed us that there really is a place for us all, that no matter how hard it feels right now, you can push yourself beyond the depths of what you could ever imagine possible. Helen Keller, no doubt, had amazing people around her who believed in her and supported her on her journey. And I admire her because she was a strong, resilient, creative, intelligent individual who will continue to inspire us for breaking through barriers to achieve all that she did. Thanks for watching.